Good morning from the Vietnamese GP, third round of the season. So the surprise is that Matt is not racing, so everyone, I reckon, will have the chance to end up higher, as Matt, you know it, is usually the favorite for the win. So waiting for the first driver to leave the garage, and here we have it. It's a Renault, and it's Bryce's Renault. So Bryce on track for his out lap. It's gonna be a very long out lap. A lot of drivers have talked about this track being complicated to drive on. It kind of resembles Russia, especially the first sector, the whole track actually, but corner 1 is pretty much the same as corner 3 at Russia. Very long DRS zone here, and also a pretty heavy braking zone, which should be the main overtaking spot. Also worse, very close on the exit. So drivers will have to pay special attention to their car today. So Bryce is almost approaching the final part of the track. Bryce starts his qualifying lap. Most drivers are on the out lap. Jimmy James and Scaife and Jayor and Gogs still in the pit, and Orbekin rides the curb. Jimmy James left the garage right at the same time when Bryce drove past the pit lane. Late apex, Bryce makes a mistake and ruins his front wing. Luckily enough, his car didn't break any suspension, so he should be able to come back and fix the front wing. "14 minutes left. No one has completed a lap yet. We are here with Spike, who has improved a lot since last year. Spike left the session. I'm not sure what happened because he didn't crash, so he maybe lost connection or just decided to skip qualifying. So Liverpool on his flying lap. Like I said, no one has completed the lap yet, so Liverpool will be the provisional pole sitter when he completes his first lap. Looks like a solid lap, lock up, but still hits the apex. We also Liverpool on the main straight, and Liverpool takes provisional pole as no one else has completed the lap. Crossidale completes a qualifying lap 2 with his Ferrari and sits in second place. So I was saying, Alpamut K, Orbekin still in the garage, Jayor on his out lap, and without Matt, Alpamut K and Jayor should be the favorite. Yellow flag in sector 2. Still riding on board with Liverpool. So a very hot moment of the session because Jayor is on his flying lap. He's in the middle part of the track. Heavy braking, while Alpamutke is still sitting in the garage. So without Matt, At and Jayor should be the favorite for the win and for pole position too. So let's watch what Jayor is up to. He's approaching the final part of the track. Looks like a really solid lap, pushing on the limit. Hits the apex nicely, while Jimmy James is at the moment on provisional pole. Jayor cuts the line and is P1. Riding on board with Alpamutke, 8 minutes left. Look how close he gets to the wall on the final straight. Alpamutke spins, but the car looks fine, so yes, he is able to continue, and he also completed his lap while going reverse. So Alpamutke at the moment sitting in 3rd place. Will have to drive back to the pits to change his front wing. Goes really wide here with no grip downforce. Jayor still on provisional pole. After fixing his front wing, here we go again with Alpamutke. He just nearly drove into the wall, aiming for the wall there. 1 minute left. Getting really close to the wall. Alpamutke on the final part, on the final corner, and Alpamutke takes pole position. Alpamutke takes pole position at the very end of the session. Let's see, Lucas LA was right behind him and completed his lap and took P2 with his racing points. So let's see if Jayor has enough time. No, I don't think he has. I don't think he does. Only 20 seconds left. Jayor tries to cut the track as much as possible, but look on the map, he's nowhere near the final corner. So no, Jayor won't be able to complete his out lap. So Alpamutke should be safe on pole position. Alpamutke should be safe on pole position. Jimmy James is also Jimmy James is on track. So let's see what's going to happen. Alpamutke keeps provisional pole position at the moment. Looks like no one will be able to give him a headache. Orbukin, Jimmy James retires from the session. Orbukin took the checker, the flag, so Alpamut K is on pole position. Liverpool is about to complete another qualifying lap, but I honestly don't think he should be able to challenge Alp. So Liverpool about to take the flag. Alpamut K 6th place. So Alpamut K keeps pole position. And it should be a very good chance for him to without Matt, he can easily recover 25 points with Matt on nil. So Liverpool Liverpool took the flag, so he's driving back to the pits. The session is officially over. About 30 seconds left, but everyone has completed their laps, so no one will be able to improve. Here we are, a few seconds till the formation lap. So everything ready for the formation lap. Light out and away we go for the formation lap. Alpamut K in first place. Then I said Lucas with Racing Point, but it's actually McLaren. So Alpamut K on Haas, yes Haas. Then Lucas on McLaren, Jair in third place with Alpha Tauri, then Jimmy James, Orbukin qualified 5th, Liverpool 6th, then the two Ferrari in 7th and 8th place. Then Scaife and Nadav complete the top 10 with McLaren, Alpha Tauri and Alpha Tauri. So it's going to be a pretty long formation lap. The track, the lap times are fast because of the track has pretty long straights, so most of the lap is at high speeds, but the track itself is pretty long in terms of meters, in terms of miles. So approaching sector 3 now. graphics showing the predicted race strategy. So here we are for the start. Alpamutke usually has trouble at the start, so let's see what he's up to. Lights out and away we go. Alpamutke fails to get a decent start, so it's Lucas in the lead with his McLaren. There is a few contacts behind, looks like everyone is safe. Yellow flag in sector 1. Spike spins. Graphics showing everything wrong at the moment, so I'm having difficulty selecting the correct drivers to watch. Graphics at the moment showing Ox in the lead and Brycey, but it's actually Lucas in the lead. Alpamutke at some point looked like he was down in 4th place, but at least he managed to keep second place. So Alpamutke with Jimmy James all over his back, but looks like Alpamutke is going to keep second place. So Lucas, Alpamutke, Jimmy James, then Jayor tries to outbrake Jimmy James, but he nearly had to stop on track to avoid contact. So Orbeking now wheel to wheel. Nadav left the session, we saw him with a broken front wing. Jayor and Orbeking wheel to wheel. Jayor had to brake because he nearly made contact with the wall. Then we have the two Ferrari in 6th and 7th place. So lap 1 completed. We have a few drivers back to the pits. It's Spike and Scaife. Spike and Scaife back to the pits. Let's see what tires they are going to fit. So Scaife and Spike back to the pits. Spike should be able to complete the pit stop and come out in front of Scaife. Looks like Scaife is on medium tires, while Spike decided to fit soft tires. So graphics at the moment still going crazy. Hope everything will be back to normal, because I'm having difficulty watching the race. So lap 3, but it should be lap 2. Yes, Scaife is on medium tires, right behind of Spike. But let's watch what's going on at the front, because we have Alpamutke with more pace than Lucas. There is a lot of overtaking spots on this track, so Alpamutke should be able to get past if he has more race pace. Start of lap 3. Lap 3 begins now. DRS enabled. So Alpamutke all over the back of Lucas, LA, holding him back. So Jimmy James also stays pretty close to the two drivers in front. Alpamutke really trying to do something, but he has to wait for the DRS zone. Lucas, LA already trying to drive a defensive line. Alpamutke gets close. Is he going to outbrake Lucas? Looks like he will be able to complete the overtaking down the inside, and yes, Alpamutke back to P1. Lucas will try to fight back. Lucas tries to fight back, but it's not possible to overtake here. Alpamutke had to control the car on the exit, but pulls away from Lucas. he had more race pace and he was shown safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. Hughes moves out of the race. If yes, there is a car on track on the mini map, so he probably crashed. Spike is going to drive past him now, but the car was removed already, so we won't be able to see what happened. There is drivers back to the pits. Alpamutke didn't pit. Jayor pitted and decided for medium tires. Long pit stop for Crossidale. So quite a few drivers decided to pit. Alpamutke stayed out on the soft tires, and Orbeking up in second place, but he has not pitted. So let's see what his race strategy will be. So we have Alpamutke, Orbeking and Gogs. Gogs up in third place, but he, like Orbeking, decided not to pit yet. So Alpamutke and Orbeking and the Gogs. Fourth place, Liverpool. Brycey up in fifth. So it should be a crazy restart because the order is mixed up. There should be another lap on the safety car. The other drivers on the map look like they will be able to catch up with the others by the start of lap 5. Second 5-second penalty for Crossidale, but he's in 9th place. So 5th lap of the race, and the race should be able to restart soon, as the car was removed a while ago and the warning just appeared on screen. Safety car will be coming back to the pits in this lap. So Alpamutke and Owen in 1st and 2nd place. Crossidale and Spike got a 5-second time penalty. Alpamutke has to control the pace and keep the group compact and let the safety car go. So obviously Alpamut K has more race pace than Orbekin, but Orbekin is always pretty tough to fight against. So the race has restarted. There are a couple of drivers back to the pits. Spike again back to the pits. He is really having a hard time this Sunday. So Alpamut K at the moment not really far ahead of Orbekin. So Orbekin had a good restart. Then Gogs already struggling to keep up with them. Alpamut K, Orbekin, Gogs, Liverpool, Lucas, Jimmy James, Jayor, Scaife up in 9th place, in 8th place after the difficult beginning to the race that he had. Then Nadav and Brycey. Brycey completes the top 10 at the moment. Jayor has already pitted and is now chasing Jimmy James for 6th place. A yellow flag in sector 2. There is a yellow car. It's Brycey. Brycey's Renault off track with a broken front wing. Half his front wing is missing, so he probably will have to pit. Jayor on board. Oh, he makes a mistake. Jayor makes a mistake and he spins the same exact way that Alpamut K spun in qualifying. So Jayor now down in 9th place, and with a missing front wing he will really struggle, and he will, I think, pit. Brycey retired from the session. He probably felt that his race was compromised. So now we are riding on board with Alpamut K, not really pushing as the virtual safety car is on. So Alpamut K at the moment hasn't pulled away from Owen yet. They are still physically close on track. Virtual safety car off and the race can restart. Owen about a second off Alpamut K. Then Gogs, Liverpool, Lucas, Jimmy James. Nothing has changed except for Jayor making that mistake and spinning. Lock up, but no consequences. Jimmy James keeps chasing the car ahead. Lucas McLaren. They have been fighting pretty hard for a while, and they collide, so Jimmy James totally lost his front wing after hitting the wall, and he was lucky not to retire. Little Paul locks up with his front wing damaged, but he was lucky not to break any suspension, so he can just pit and fix the car. Jaguar benefiting from this situation. So lap 10, and we have another virtual safety car on. Scaife back to the pits again. Lucas LA now on soft tires. Decided to pit on the safety on the virtual safety car. So Orbe King ahead of Gogs. He lost contact to Alpmut K and is 6 seconds off. Alpmut K, Obkin, Owen, Gogs, Lucas, Little Paul, Jimmy James crashed and is now down in 7th place. Little Paul kept 5th, even though he nearly retired. He had a massive lock-up and hit the wall in a straight line. King now struggling against Gogs. I expected Owen to be Owen back to the pits, so he was struggling with the tires, and that's why Gogs was all over his back. What tire is he going to fit? Lap 11. Gogs at the moment up in 2nd place. No, he actually had a drive-through penalty. Owen just had a drive-through penalty that was not a pit stops. He had a penalty, so he now is down in 5th place, and Alpmut K has a 10-second advantage over the 2nd car. And when there is only 3 laps left, there is another safety car deployed. So Orbe King will now have the chance to fight Alpmut K for the win, because Alpmut K's advantage over Owen will be reduced to 0. But Owen, unbelievable, Owen is being held back by Nadvat's Ghost. This must be a glitch of some sort, because Owen, yes, the game does not allow Owen to overtake Nadvat's Ghost. Safety car came in, and Owen wasn't able to catch up with Alpamut K. This is really weird from the game, because Owen is now on fresh tires, on soft tires, while Alpamut K, when the safety car came out, Alpamut K had already driven past the pit entry, so he was not able to change his tires. So now Owen looks like he has a much better race pace, because yes, the lap times are going down. He is on new soft tires, while Alp is on old hard tires, so Owen probably is several seconds quicker than Alpamut K. He would probably have won the race. As usual, F1 games really have issues with the safety car. I don't know why Codemasters really can't fix these safety car conditions, because even in career mode, when the safety car comes out, the AI drivers really are not able to change their strategy. And I also had something like this happen to me in career, where I was not able to catch up with the rest of the group after pitting. So Codemasters really need to look into this, because it's weird that they have several months to develop a game, and they let it come out with such flaws. So Owen, I think it's pretty safe to say that Owen was robbed of a win by the game, because he basically is gaining tenths after tenths every corner. But this is the last lap, and Alpamut K is going to win the race in a few seconds, while now we are watching this battle for an 8th place. Crossydale has to brake to avoid contact. Alpamut K is about to win this race. Lock up for Little Paul behind a lapped car. So one lap left, less than one lap left. Alpamut K, Orb King, Little Paul should be the podium. Alpamut K won the race, Orb King finished second. He was robbed of a win. Alpamut K drove a fantastic race. He was the quickest driver on track, and he deserved to win, but the safety car is part of the races, and Owen should have been given the possibility to win this race. Little Paul 3rd, Lucas 4th, 5th for Gogs, Jimmy James 6th, and Spike has yet to finish in 7th place. Last car not to get lapped, Spike. So when Matt is not there, Alpamut K takes the chance, driver of the day Gogs. Alpamut K takes the chance and gains 25 seconds. Not sure if he also got, no, he didn't get the fastest lap, because Owen got it. So Owen made 19 points, 18 plus 1 point for fastest lap. So this is the final result. Alpamut K. Orbekin, Lito Polo on the podium. Lucas, Gox, Jimmy James Spike, Nadav and Crossy Dale and Scaife completes the top 10. Thanks for watching.